Delving into the narrative mysteries of the Bible, we unravel the enigma of Elijah, unveiling a crucial truth for every Christian. Even the most devoted servant can succumb to discouragement, and Elijah's tale takes us on a captivating journey through his tested faith. This prophet, witness to astounding miracles, confronted depression and terror in the face of evil. God entrusted him with proclaiming a drought, and amid adversity, the astonishing divine provision is unveiled. While Elijah sought refuge by the brook Cherith, seemingly arid, he experienced divine sustenance as ravens brought him bread and meat. A narrative where scarcity transforms into abundance through divine intervention. Yet, as in any story, challenges persist, the brook dries up, and God guides Elijah to the house of a widow in Zarephath. In this new scenario, the widow, with mere crumbs of food, discovers in Elijah a messenger of miracles. Flour and oil, symbols of scarcity, renew day by day, challenging natural laws. The narrative takes an even more astonishing turn when the widow's son is revived through Elijah's prayers. The plot leads us to Zarephath, where a widow appointed by God becomes Elijah's provider. How will this divine connection unfold? What further insights will Elijah's story offer into the relationship between faith and divine intervention? Immerse yourself in this captivating tale that defies expectations and reveals the depth of trust in God. In a secluded corner, a glass of water awaited its fate as she approached to fetch it. At that precise moment, a voice called out to her, and an unusual request echoed in the air, "Bring me a bit of bread too." The response, woven with scarcity, revealed the harshness of the situation. A handful of flour and a bit of oil were the treasures in a jar and a bottle. The scene unfolded amidst gathering firewood, preparing for a final feast, and resigning to an uncertain fate. Elijah, with mysterious words, pointed her towards a different path, challenging fear with a peculiar request. "Make me a small cake first and bring it to me," he ordered, promising an endless divine supply. Over the course of days, the jar never emptied, and the bottle never dried up, defying common laws of existence. The divine word, conveyed through Elijah, materialized, sustaining the family in an inexhaustible banquet. However, the narrative took a somber turn when illness struck the woman's son, bringing him to the brink of life. In the midst of despair, she confronted Elijah with fear and accusations. Yet, Elijah, in an act of faith and divine connection, took the child, prayed to the Lord, and restored him to life. In that moment, recognition sprouted from the woman, marking the truth of God's word in Elijah's mouth. This episode was but a prelude, as God summoned Elijah to a showdown with pagan prophets on a mountain overlooking the sea. Amidst the competition, divine forces were tested, and Elijah's connection with his God was revealed at a crucial moment. Life consumed itself, devouring the prophet's sacrifice with heavenly fire, even as Elijah repeatedly doused the altar with water. Now, the command is clear: summon all of Israel to meet me on Mount Carmel, the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who dine at their table. Let it be known that here, all the children of Israel were called, and the prophets were gathered on Mount Carmel. Approaching the people, Elijah posed an intriguing question: "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If it's the other, follow that." But the people remained silent. Undeterred, Elijah spoke again to the people: "I alone remain a prophet of the Lord, but there are 450 prophets of Baal. Give us 2 bulls. Let them choose one for themselves, cut it into pieces, and place it on the wood, but do not set it on fire. I will prepare the other bull, set it on the wood, but not ignite it." Then, the divine challenge, invoke the name of your God, and I will invoke the name of the Lord. The God who answers with fire, he is God. The entire people responded, well said. Elijah challenged the prophets of Baal to first prepare their bull, as they were the majority. They invoked Baal from morning until noon, but there was no response. Mockingly, Elijah suggested they shout louder, as perhaps their God was meditating, busy, on a journey, or even asleep. The prophets of Baal cried out, shook themselves, cut themselves with swords and spears, but received no response. When noon arrived, Elijah intervened. He addressed the people and called them to him. He repaired the ruined altar of the Lord, took 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the children of Jacob, and built a new altar in the name of the Lord. In the radiant glow of worship and prayer, Elijah fervently urged the people to seek and follow God. High atop the mountain, courage surged through Elijah as he summoned heavenly fire, a blaze kindled from the depths of his own being. This fiery manifestation vanquished the forces of Baal, a resounding victory that showcased the might of God. Yet, amidst the triumph, Elijah's path took an unexpected turn. Rather than reveling in confidence and praise, news of Queen Jezebel's deadly vow cast a shadow over his victorious moment. Fleeing to the farthest corners of the land, Elijah sought refuge, settling beneath a tree where he pleaded with God to end his life. As the narrative unfolds in 1 Kings 18 verses 41 to 46, Elijah's journey takes a dramatic twist. From the ominous prophecy of impending rain to the surreal moment of a tiny cloud on the horizon, the reader is drawn into the suspense of Elijah's plea for divine intervention. The atmosphere thickens, and anticipation builds as Elijah's servant gazes toward the sea, searching for the promised rain. Before we continue, if you are enjoying this biblical explanation, enjoy and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can delve even deeper into everything about the Bible. Don't forget to leave your comments so that YouTube can recommend all the channel's videos for you. The story reaches its climax with a torrential downpour, a sign of God's response to Elijah's prayer for an end to the drought. Elijah, now in motion, instructs King Ahab to hasten back to Jezreel, but what follows is an unexpected display of supernatural strength. With the hand of the Lord upon him, Elijah sprints ahead of Ahab's chariot, defying the ordinary bounds of human capability. However, as the tale takes a dark turn, Elijah's momentary victory is overshadowed by fear and flight. Jezebel's ominous threat sends him on a desperate race for his life. With the journey taking him to the outskirts of Judah and a solitary day's travel into the wilderness, Elijah, once triumphant, finds himself beneath a brooding juniper tree. There, in a poignant plea, he implores God to end his existence, echoing the weariness of one who feels no greater than his ancestors. In this paradoxical narrative of triumph and despair, the reader is left with lingering questions. What forces propelled Elijah to the pinnacle of victory, only to be ensnared in the grips of fear and desolation? What mysteries lie beneath the surface of this prophet's tumultuous journey, and what lessons await discovery in the intricate tapestry of his life? The enigma of Elijah unfolds, inviting readers to explore the complexities of faith, power, and the human spirit. In the hushed stillness beneath the ancient juniper tree, Elijah surrendered to sleep, unaware that the fabric of his reality was about to unravel. An ethereal touch stirred him from slumber, a celestial messenger, an angelic presence beckoning him to rise and partake in an otherworldly feast. Before him lay a miraculous sight, a loaf of bread, baked on hot stones, and a jar of water. Elijah, compelled by the divine, savored this celestial banquet. As the enigmatic angel returned for a second encounter, a cryptic message lingered in the air. This journey is arduous, the celestial being conveyed. Elijah, obedient to the mysterious guidance, rose once more to consume the divine provisions. For 40 days and nights, sustenance from beyond fortified him, nurturing his spirit in the solitude of his pilgrimage. Journeying towards the sacred mount of God, Elijah sought refuge in a cavern, where the very essence of his purpose would be questioned by the divine. The words of the Lord pierced the silence, echoing through the cave, asking Elijah, "What are you doing here?" In response, Elijah voiced his unwavering commitment to serving the God of Israel, lamenting the waywardness of the people who sought his life. Yet, this was not the conclusion of Elijah's saga. In the shadows of despair, when all seemed lost, divine intervention unfolded. The Lord, undeterred by Elijah's desolation, lifted him from the depths, offering strength and purpose. A pivotal moment arrived in the form of the prophet Elisha, a steadfast ally in the impending battles that awaited. The narrative crescendoed on the sacred mount as the elements themselves seemed to bow before the divine presence. A mighty wind, a quake, and a blaze, none contained the Lord. Instead, a gentle whisper spoke to Elijah, drawing him out of the cave to encounter the voice of God. In this tender exchange, Elijah's purpose was reaffirmed, setting the stage for the continuation of his divine mission. As the story unfolds, the reader is left on the edge of anticipation, wondering about the intricate interplay between the earthly and the divine. What unseen forces guided Elijah through his trials? How did the celestial feast and the whispering winds shape the trajectory of his destiny? The juniper tree, once a solitary witness, holds the secrets of a prophet's odyssey, inviting readers to unravel the threads of mystery woven into the tapestry of Elijah's journey. In the shadows of impending doom, a chilling prophecy looms: the sword of Azael, relentless and unforgiving, awaits those who escape its initial wrath. Eliseo, marked for death, stands at the precipice of fate. Yet, amidst the impending darkness, a cryptic revelation emerges: 7,000 resilient souls in Israel, unbowed to Baal, untouched by the insidious embrace of idolatry. In the realm of 2 Kings 2 verse 11, a mystical spectacle unfolds as Elijah and Eliseo engage in conversation. Suddenly, a chariot ablaze with ethereal flames, drawn by fiery steeds, descends, cleaving the two apart. Elijah, in a whirlwind, ascends to the heavens, leaving behind a realm where humans, like the revered prophet, grapple with exhaustion and frailty. As mere mortals, we resonate with the fatigue that envelopes us, body and mind weary. Yet, the Creator, intimately acquainted with our fragility, recalls our origin, dust, as echoed in Psalm 103 verse 14. Despite our transient nature, God, the faithful keeper of promises, stands unwavering. Amidst the backdrop of Israel's spiritual decay, Elijah, a beacon of conviction, grapples with the weight of his prophetic burden. In a time when the people turn their backs on God, and a wayward king openly defies the divine, Elijah boldly petitions for judgment upon his own kin. Picture the audacity required to confront a malevolent king, challenge a multitude of false prophets, and question one's own mercy. Though Elijah long departed for the celestial realms, his legacy endures a testament to the courageous leadership that often demands solitude and the utterance of inconvenient truths. Even now, in the echoes of history, the resolute spirit of this valiant prophet reverberates, challenging us to stand firm in the face of adversity and speak unwavering truths. Now, if you like this type of content and want to deepen your knowledge even further, we have more videos below of surprising biblical stories, so don't miss the opportunity. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.